Okay, it's the next day. Working on these Mini Coopers. I'm out of breath just walking out to it. Anyway, yesterday we were working on getting that positive battery cable out of the black Mini to put into my wife's 04 Mini. And I got down, I'm still going to make a video on that. I got down to where I just got to take off a heat shield underneath over where the exhaust is in order to pull the rest of that cable out. But my 10mm wrench so was in my wife's Mini, so I was like, I'm gonna pop it up and kind of show y'all exactly what it looks like in hers. As far as I was talking about, there was a little bit of flood damage that was in the back, and kind of the state of the battery and the cables of how they look, and also that little orange compartment that holds where the accessory cable comes from, and that 200 amp fuse that's in there. So I'm gonna flip it around real quick here, put this on my head. All right, so hopefully that's better for us here. So again, here's the accessory cable right here. Hopefully everybody can see this. Let's see how this is pointing out. I got two of the black ones here, and here's the orange box that goes through here. So again, I'll point out the other one on the black Mini. It looks a whole lot better than this one. As you can see, it's rusted out from the water damage. Here's our fuse, if you can see that. I kind of completely bypassed that, like I said, just so I can move this around. I know this is kind of a bad way of doing it, but I had to get it moved at a short amount of time. So I just kind of took the accessory cable here and this cable here in order to get it started. And this battery is just in really bad shape. But if you can see where this cable goes, two different wires. This one right here usually goes on a little piece that kind of fits in on the side here, like we saw before, and this is that SRS system that's right here, the BTS from this cable. And this is the cable that we're taking out to replace the black Mini. And like I said, as you can see, you can see all this rust and all this nastiness that's down here and the corrosion from that. And this is basically if you can kind of see that, this is like the accessory cable that would go connecting this to this, basically through here. Actually, it goes onto here and then it clips onto there. So again, this is going to be the cable that we're going to pull out. I'd like to have gotten this cable, but I can go ahead and splice this one into a little doohickey like this, rather, in order to place it back on here. So we're gonna change all this stuff right out from here all the way back. And again, as you can see, this it's messed up. It just corroded and it just kind of snapped because I pulled it one time and it just kind of popped up. But yeah, it looks kind of nasty underneath there. So again, we're just gonna go ahead and replace that. Now you know what these little pins go to. A lot of stuff that's in here that haven't been in here in a while. So again, we're gonna take this battery out because this battery is bad. Probably just needs a really good charge. And of course, this one goes to the alternator for the accessories and all that lovely stuff. So I'm gonna have to repeat myself here. I'm gonna have to make one of these connectors in order to place on here. And we're gonna have a new one of these because we're taking it from the other one that's in a lot better shape. Again, I talked about the rust. See how this is rusted. Eventually I'm going to have to replace that as well, so we have a good ground, and go from there. And then again, as I talked about, as if you ever get locked out because this is electronic, you just got to take this back piece off, and then you just basically stick them in there and move it to the side, and it releases the latch for this part up here. And I got all the plastics off of here. I don't know how well y'all can see that. Let me just take this off and do it this way right now. As you can see, this right here is gonna be, we're gonna take out that third light where it was leaking at, and basically it was just leaking, you know, out through here, down here, and then into here is what I'm guessing. Because all the seals and everything are good. These are good, and I guess this, you know, maybe it's leaking in between here. I don't know. Eventually I'm going to do a delete for this thing back here because we don't ever use it. But you can see all the water damage and the rust that's coming in through there. And pretty much kind of looks the same as the other one. I don't even know what this thing, oh, I guess that's for your defrost. But anyway, just want to give you guys a head up. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera and then turn it back on when I get situated over there to get my tools and everything together, and see if we can get underneath there and finish taking the rest of that cable out, and then get the black mini pulled out, and then get this mini pulled back, pulled in there, and start swapping out the cable. I got to pull the cable off of this one to put that one on there, and hopefully everybody will learn something, you know, including me. I really need to doing this for the first time, and we'll just see how it goes. So see you in a bit.